This moment may feel quiet, but something powerful is beginning right now. Nothing needs to be fixed. Nothing needs to be rushed. You are not here by accident. This is a pause, a soft space where the mind can rest and the body can finally loosen its grip. Right now, you do not need to think, plan, or solve anything. Just allow these words to move through you, slowly, gently, like a calm breath moving in and out. Notice how your body feels in this moment. You might feel tension in your shoulders, your jaw, your chest, or your stomach. You might feel tired, restless, or heavy. That is okay. There is no need to judge it. Simply notice it. Awareness alone begins to soften what feels tight. With each breath, imagine the body learning how to relax again, as if it is remembering something it once knew very well. Take a slow breath in, not forced, not deep, just natural, and let it fall out of you easily. There is nothing you need to hold right now. Life does not require your effort in this moment. It only asks for your presence. The nervous system begins to settle when it realizes it is safe to let go. You are safe right now. This space is gentle. It does not demand anything from you. You are allowed to rest here. You are allowed to stop trying. For so long, the mind has been trained to stay alert, to stay busy, to stay in control. But control is tiring. Holding everything together takes energy, and you were never meant to carry everything all the time. As the body relaxes, the mind naturally begins to slow down. Thoughts may still come, and that is fine. Let them pass like clouds. You do not need to follow them. You do not need to answer them. They can come and go without effort. The more you allow them to pass, the quieter the mind becomes on its own. There is a deep intelligence inside you that already knows how to heal, how to reset, how to return to balance. It does not need instructions. It only needs space. This space is being created right now. Every soft breath opens that space a little more. You may notice a sense of comfort beginning to spread. Maybe it is subtle, maybe it is strong. Either way, it is real. Comfort does not need to be dramatic to be effective. It works quietly, gently, patiently, just like healing. Let the weight of the day begin to slide off you. The roles you play, the expectations you carry, the worries about tomorrow can all wait. Right now, there is nothing you need to prove. You are allowed to simply be here, breathing, existing, resting. When the body feels safe, the mind becomes open, and when the mind is open, change happens naturally. Not by force, not by pressure, but by ease. This is how deep shifts begin, not in effort, but in softness. Stay here for a moment. Let the silence between the words hold you. This calm is not something you are creating. It is something you are remembering. It has always been inside you, waiting for permission to rise. And now, as this calm settles in, something important becomes clear. The mind does not need to control every moment for life to work out. In fact, the more it tries to control, the more tense everything becomes. There is another way to live, another way to move through life, a way that feels lighter, a way that feels natural, and it begins with letting go. Life moves best when it is not being forced. Think about how the heart beats without effort. Think about how breath moves in and out without commands. Think about how the body heals a wound without being told how. There is a natural flow in everything, and that same flow exists in your life. Many people believe that control is strength, that if they let go, everything will fall apart. But the truth is the opposite. Constant control creates tension. It creates fear. It creates exhaustion. Letting go does not mean giving up. It means trusting that life knows how to move forward without being pushed. When you stop trying to manage every detail, something shifts inside you. The body relaxes, the mind softens, and suddenly, things that once felt heavy begin to feel lighter, not because the situation changed, but because you did. There is wisdom in release. Real strength is quiet. It does not shout. It does not rush. It rests in knowing that you do not need to fight life to be supported by it. The more you fight the current, the more tired you become. The moment you float, the water carries you. So many worries come from the need to control outcomes. The mind tries to predict every possible future so it can feel safe, but safety does not come from prediction. It comes from trust. Trust that no matter what happens, you will be able to handle it. Trust that life is not against you. Trust that you are not alone in this journey. When you release control, you create space, and into that space, peace enters. Clarity enters. Solutions appear naturally. Life begins to flow again. Not because you forced it, but because you stopped blocking it. You were never meant to carry the weight of everything. You were meant to move with life, not push against it. There is a rhythm to existence, and when you align with it, things begin to fall into place without struggle. This does not mean challenges disappear. It means they no longer consume you. They no longer define you. You move through them with calm instead of panic, with trust instead of fear. There is a deep relief that comes with surrender. It feels like setting down a heavy bag you forgot you were carrying. It feels like breathing fully again. It feels like remembering that you are supported even when you do not see how. You may notice a thought rising that says, "But what if I let go and nothing works out?" That thought comes from fear, not truth. Fear speaks loudly, trust speaks softly, and the soft voice is the one worth listening to. Letting go does not mean doing nothing. It means doing what you can without attachment to the result. It means showing up without gripping. It means allowing life to meet you halfway. When you release the need to control, you step into partnership with life. You stop trying to direct every moment and begin to listen. And life responds to listening. It responds to openness. It responds to calm. This is where ease begins. This is where things shift, not because you demanded it, but because you allowed it. There is an order to life that is not always visible. From where you stand, things may look messy, delayed, or confusing. Plans may change, doors may close, paths may twist in ways you did not expect. But confusion does not mean failure. It means movement is happening beneath the surface. Life sees more than you can see. It understands timing, connections, and lessons that the mind cannot yet grasp. What feels like a setback may be protection. What feels like a delay may be preparation. What feels like an ending may be the beginning of something better aligned. When you trust this order, anxiety begins to loosen its grip. You stop asking, "What is wrong?" and begin to ask, "What is being shaped?" That shift alone changes how you experience everything. Nothing in your life is random. Every experience carries information. Every moment teaches something, even if it does not make sense right now. Understanding does not always come immediately. Sometimes clarity arrives later, looking back, when you realize that things unfolded exactly as they needed to. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not missing anything meant for you. Life does not work on comparison. It works on alignment. What is meant for you cannot pass you by. When something leaves, it creates space. When something does not work out, it redirects you. When things fall apart, they often fall into place in a way you could not have planned. Trusting life's order does not mean ignoring your feelings. It means allowing them without letting them control you. It means knowing that even in uncertainty, you are being guided. There is comfort in knowing you do not have to see the full picture. You only need to take the next gentle step. Life handles the rest. It always has. The mind wants certainty, the soul wants trust, and trust brings peace that certainty never could. When you trust the unseen, the present moment becomes lighter. You stop fighting what is and start flowing with it. Everything is unfolding in its own way, in its own time. You do not need to hurry it. You do not need to force it. You only need to stay open. As this understanding settles in, the body relaxes even more. The breath becomes slower. The heart feels steadier. You begin to sense that you are held by something greater than your worries. This trust is not blind. It is built on the truth that you have made it through every moment before this one. Life has carried you this far. It is not about to stop now. Allow this knowing to sink deep into you. Let it replace tension with ease. Let it replace fear with calm. Life knows what it is doing, even when the path is not clear yet. Stay here in this feeling. Let it work quietly inside you, reshaping the way you relate to the world, gently, naturally, without effort. The mind often believes it must understand everything before it can relax. It wants reasons, proof, and clear signs. It asks questions again and again, hoping that certainty will bring peace. But peace does not come from knowing everything. Peace comes from accepting that you do not need to. There is a quiet strength in not having all the answers. Life is not a problem to be solved all at once. It is a path that unfolds step by step. When you demand to see the entire road ahead, the mind becomes tense. When you allow yourself to focus only on the step you are standing on, the body softens and the heart opens. You were never meant to carry the full picture. That weight is too heavy for the human mind. Life unfolds in layers, revealing what you need to know only when you are ready to know it This is not to frustrate you, it is to protect you. Too much information too soon can overwhelm the spirit. Trust begins when you stop asking the present moment to explain itself. This moment does not owe you clarity. It only asks for your presence. When you stay with what is here, instead of chasing what is next, something inside you settles. Think of how often you worried about something that later resolved itself in a way you could not have imagined. At the time, it felt uncertain, but looking back, you can see that life was guiding you, even when you felt lost. That aim guidance is active now. You do not need to see the destination to trust the journey. You only need to know that you are not walking alone. Life moves through you, not against you. Every breath you take is proof that you are being supported. When uncertainty rises, instead of tightening, you can soften. Instead of searching for answers, you can rest in trust. You can remind yourself that clarity comes when it is needed, not when it is demanded. There is a difference between awareness and worry. Awareness keeps you present. Worry pulls you into imagined futures that may never arrive. The mind often confuses worry with preparation, but worry prepares nothing. It only drains energy. Trust says, I may not understand this yet, but I am willing to stay open. That willingness creates space, and in that space, understanding grows naturally without force. You are allowed to move forward without certainty. You are allowed to rest without knowing what comes next. Life does not require your constant attention to function. It has its own intelligence, its own rhythm, its own timing. As you release the need to know everything, notice how the body responds. The shoulders drop, the breath deepens, the mind becomes quieter. This is not weakness, this is alignment. Stay here for a moment. Let yourself not know. Let yourself trust. Nothing is missing in this moment. Everything you need right now is already here. There is a natural pace to everything. Seeds do not grow faster because we pull on them. Flowers do not bloom because we demand it. Growth happens when conditions are right, not when pressure is applied. Life follows this same wisdom. Many people feel frustrated by waiting. Waiting can feel like nothing is happening, but waiting is never empty. It is full of quiet preparation. While you are waiting, life is adjusting, aligning, shaping what comes next. Timing is not punishment, it is protection. Sometimes something does not arrive because it would not fit the person you are becoming. Sometimes a delay is needed so that you can grow stronger, wiser, or more ready to receive. When you rush, you often receive what is available, not what is best. When you trust timing, you receive what truly aligns with you. What is meant for you arrives when you can hold it with calm, not fear. Impatience comes from the belief that something is wrong with now. Patience comes from trusting that now is part of the process. You do not need to escape this moment to reach a better one. This moment is already moving you forward. Life is not ignoring you. It is responding in ways you may not yet see. Every pause, every delay, every quiet stretch carries meaning. You are not being denied, you are being prepared. When you trust timing, pressure leaves the body. You stop racing against life. You stop comparing your pace to others. You return to your own rhythm, which is the only one that truly matters. You are not late. You are not early. You are exactly where you need to be for the next step to appear. Life does not miss appointments. It arrives precisely when alignment is complete. Patience is not passive. It is active trust. It is the calm knowing that what belongs to you cannot pass you by. It is allowing life to deliver in its own way, at its own time. As this understanding settles in, you may feel a sense of relief. You no longer need to push. You no longer need to hurry. You can rest in the knowledge that life is moving, even when it feels still. Let yourself breathe into that truth. Let waiting become peaceful instead of tense. Let timing become a friend instead of an enemy. When the body relaxes and the mind slows down, the deeper layers of awareness begin to open. This is where lasting change happens, not through effort, but through repetition, softness, and calm attention. The subconscious mind listens when the conscious mind is quiet. It absorbs what feels safe, steady, and gentle. That is why calm words repeated slowly can reshape old patterns without force. You do not need to analyze these words. You do not need to believe them fully right now. Simply allowing them to pass through you is enough. The subconscious understands the language of feeling more than logic. Let the words settle naturally, like rain soaking into the ground. There is no need to hurry them. They work quietly beneath the surface where real change takes place. You can allow these phrases to move through you now, softly, easily. I am safe. I am supported. I trust the flow of life. Nothing needs to be forced. Nothing is missing. Everything is unfolding in the right way. I release the need to control. I allow life to guide me. I am exactly where I need to be. As these words repeat, notice how the body responds. The chest softens. The breath slows. The nervous system receives the message that it can rest. Repetition creates familiarity. Familiarity creates comfort, and comfort creates change. This is how the mind learns new ways of being. You may notice resistance at first. That is normal. Old patterns do not disappear instantly. They loosen gradually, gently, when they feel safe to do so. You do not need to push past resistance. You can allow it to be there without engaging it. The affirmations work whether you notice it or not. I trust the timing of my life. I allow things to unfold naturally. I do not need to rush. Each time these words pass through you, they leave a trace of calm behind. Over time, that calm becomes familiar, and what is familiar becomes natural. You are not trying to change yourself. You are reminding yourself of what already exists within you: peace, trust, ease. Stay with these words. Let them move through you slowly. Let them do their work quietly, gently, deeply. As the mind becomes quieter, imagination opens naturally. This is not the imagination of effort or planning. It is the gentle inner seeing that appears when the body feels safe. You do not need to try to picture anything perfectly. Simply allowing a sense or feeling is enough. Imagine a space that feels calm and steady, a place where nothing is expected of you. There is no rush here, no pressure. The air feels soft. The ground beneath you feels stable and supportive. You feel held by this space, as if it exists just for rest. In this calm place, you are not doing anything. You are simply present. There is no problem to solve, no future to plan, just the experience of being here, breathing, existing, allowing. As you remain in this space, notice how the body responds. The muscles soften, the breath becomes slow and even. The mind loosens its grip on thoughts. You may feel a gentle sense of floating, as if the weight you have been carrying is slowly lifting. This inner space is always available to you. You do not need to earn it. You do not need permission. You only need to pause long enough to feel it. Every time you allow yourself to rest like this, the nervous system learns that peace is safe. Let this calm move through you now. Let it wash over the thoughts that once felt heavy. There is no need to push them away. They dissolve naturally when they are no longer fed with tension. Stay here for a moment. Let the body remember how to relax without effort. Let the mind remember how to be quiet without force. This is not escape. This is return. Much of what weighs on you is not happening now. It is memory, habit, old fear, or worry about what has not yet arrived. The body carries these things until it learns that it no longer has to. Emotional healing begins when you stop trying to fix yourself. You are not broken. You have simply been holding more than you were meant to. When you allow yourself to release, healing happens naturally. You may notice emotions rising as the body relaxes. This is normal. Feelings often surface when they finally feel safe enough to be felt. There is no need to analyze them. Let them pass like waves. Release does not mean forgetting. It means no longer carrying what has already passed. You can allow old fear, old pain, and old tension to soften and loosen now. Each breath creates space. Each moment of softness allows the heart to open a little more. You do not need to protect yourself so tightly anymore. You are supported. Let go of the idea that you must be strong all the time. True strength allows rest. True strength allows feeling. True strength allows release. As you rest in this softness, notice how peace replaces tension. Not because you forced it, but because you allowed it. This is how emotional balance returns. Everything you experience is shaped not just by what you think, but by how you feel. Calm creates clarity. Tension creates confusion. When you are calm, life feels easier to navigate. Calm energy is not passive. It is deeply aligned. It allows you to respond instead of react. It allows life to meet you without resistance. When the body is calm, the mind sends clearer signals. When the mind is clear, choices become simpler. You begin to move in ways that feel natural instead of forced. You do not need to chase good things. Calm draws them naturally. Peace creates openness. Openness allows connection. As you rest in calm, you may notice a quiet confidence rising, not loud, not demanding, just steady and present. This is alignment. Alignment does not require effort. It happens when you stop fighting yourself and life, when you allow instead of resist. The more often you return to this calm state, the more familiar it becomes. And what is familiar begins to shape your daily life. As this time comes to a close, there is nothing to hold on to, nothing to remember perfectly. What matters has already settled where it needs to. You can carry this calm with you, or you can let it stay quietly inside, ready whenever you return. There is no right way. Life will continue to move, thoughts will return, moments will unfold, and beneath all of it, this calm remains. You do not need to rush back into effort. You can move gently, slowly, with trust. Everything is unfolding in its own way. You are not behind. You are not lost. You are exactly where you need to be. Allow yourself to rest in this understanding. Life does not need to be forced. You do not need to control every step. You are supported, guided, and carried in ways you may not yet see. Peace is not something you find later. It lives here, now, in this moment. The more you soften, the more you receive, the more you trust, the easier life flows. Nothing is missing, nothing is wrong. Everything is unfolding exactly as it should.